Viewers, welcome to the Heroine Show. Today I'm here with wonderful heroines in our community. Every woman has a hero within her, and today we are honored to meet women who embodies the spirit. The heroines here today are going to share about their life journey and their achievement, their uniqueness, what is within them. How are you, heroines?
Great.
Oh, fantastic. We're doing great.
Good to be here.
Thank you so much for coming, and you look so beautiful. It's fantastic, fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you. So do you.
Yeah, today we are here to talk about ourselves as the heroine of the week. You are the heroine of the week. I am the heroine of the week. Today, as we know, every woman has the heroine within them. And today we are honored to be those heroines in the house. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself. As women that is embodied with the heroine spirit. And you know what you represent. Dignity, royalty. You represent strength, resilience, power.
Yes.
Your voice counts where you speak.
Yes.
Once you identify who you are, you shine like the light.
Yes.
And who God have made each and every one of us to become. And I want to remind us that, whatever we stand for is what we set out there for people to see, especially the young women. And today I would like all of you to share about your uniqueness, your passion, your strength, your achievement. I know heroines have gone a long way. And there are many exciting things about you that you want to unveil for the viewer to know. Especially the young people out there. Your journey, your challenges. Mention it. Within the few minutes, I would like Heroine Kim, to tell us about yourself.
Well, thank you so much, Reverend Blessing. I am so happy to be here today, and I am just blessed to be among you ladies as well. As a heroine, which is not something I really think of myself as, I just think of myself as just a woman that is extremely blessed and who has, due to life experiences, I've been able to overcome so many things by the grace of God. And along my journey, that has strengthened not just myself, but strengthened my family and my community as well. So I am just thankful that I'm here and part of this group to be able to share my experience and, looking forward to the discussion.
Well, I'm Emma Ansa, and I too, like Sister Kim has said, I am thrilled to be here. I'm happy to be amongst this wonderful group of heroines. I too, what it means to be a heroine for me is, as a media journalist, I cover things that go on within our community, and it emboldens me to make sure that I shine a spotlight, which then helps others, and it gives people hope and gives people inspiration. So that to me is very, very important. And I look forward to continued conversations with these heroines here at this table, and it's going to be a good time.
Great. So just to introduce, my name is Mokshi Berg. I'm founder director of a non-profit organization, Indo-Canadian Association. I'm so excited to be a part of the Heroine Show today, and looking forward to a great discussion with all the fellow sisters here, and we'll take it from there.
Yes, so my name is Adejisola Atiba, and my queen mother title is Obantakwa Nana Akosua Nkotwema 1. I'm super excited to be in your midst, the midst of amazing, inspirational ladies. So, what does heroine mean to me? The dictionary says it's a woman that is admired, a woman that has courage, a woman that has outstanding achievements or noble qualities, and I'm so happy that I'm among such women today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so blessed to be here. You know, being a heroine is things of the mind. If you don't see, it's hard to become it. When you believe in yourself, trust in yourself, you embrace the positivity and the power of God within you. And when you see it, it comes naturally. So I'm so blessed that in my journey of life, I have embraced the spirit of the heroine. And with God on our side, on my side, we can be greater than we can ever imagine. And, you know, like we all said, every woman has a heroine within her until you discover it. And that's why this group is very important, because within us, we can channel our eyes, our heart, our mind, by you not knowing, by knowing that, look, you are beautiful, you are fantastic, you are a heroine inside of you, so that you don't let anybody to put you down, you don't let nothing to intimidate you, but you shine as a light. I always love to shine wherever I am, in the sense that there is this royalty that is put in me as a person, especially a child of God. You know, like, I'm so blessed to have all of you here today, so that we can really bring out what we have within us. Okay, so I want us to look at how do you discover the heroine within yourself? How do you discover the heroine within yourself? And when you say that, I want us to discuss the area that makes you feel that indeed you found your heroine. If you have not found your heroine yet, because of other people that are watching, you know, you can tell us, what are the challenges? What are the mindset? Why do you think that? Is it that you feel that you've not achieved the things that you think you should achieve? Does that make you not to become the heroine that you should be?
I think that all women are heroine in one way or the other. As we go through life, there's so many experiences that we have that allows us to grow and to expand and to become a heroine in our own lives. It's just that we don't see ourselves as that. We just see ourselves as a woman who has an experience, and we are finding a way to get through that experience. So we don't think of ourselves as a heroine, but yet we possess that strength that is needed whenever we are faced with whatever that challenge may be. And that is what starts us on our journey to become a heroine. So that's what I think that a heroine is, and how that journey starts to become as a heroine.
Yeah, you know, for me, I always struggled with public speaking. I know people find that hard to believe. And so that really held me down, because I knew I had a lot inside of me to express, but I just didn't have the courage to do it. And it starts from growing up as a child. And growing up in an area that you were the only black person, and you were racialized, and you went through a lot of anti-black racism and anti-black hate. And so with that, you become a little more insecure about yourself. But as I grow, and I realized this fire that was within me, and I had a story to tell, I just gave it up to God. And with God's help, power, strength, and grace, I found my voice, and that's where I became a journalist, and I was able to have an outlet to really speak to audiences worldwide about everything that's going on within our community. And that made me feel like I was a heroine. I found my voice, essentially.
Wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Good to hear. That's self-confidence now.
Yes.
So for me, I think we all came as immigrants to Canada. If we talk about our journeys.
Yes.
So it was same with me. When I came to Canada, I was a new mom, just having a 6-month-old baby. So it was a challenge to be in a new country and obviously not knowing people here. So it was a start of a new journey here. It was challenging as we had no family and friends to support. So personally, I felt that while I was stay-at-home mom, I was finding it difficult to socialize, to network, to make a social circle for myself. But you know what? I think as women, we are very strong.
Yes.
And I took that action, a little action that trying to connect with people and my professional career. So I took my real estate license. And for my work, I had to meet people. And I was meeting people, I was socializing, talking to them about their problems, their challenges. And that's how I started building my network.
Wonderful.
And that was so rewarding that when I look back, now it's been over 20 years, when I look back, I feel that was a great journey. And along the way, I made so many good connections. We started a non-profit organization. We started celebrating International Women's Day as a gala night. And today we celebrated 10 years of our journey. So I think we all go through challenges, but as women, we have to emerge strong. Yes. And that's what really
Matters.
make you a heroine of life.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for sharing. I can resonate with everything everybody has shared. Emma, you said finding your voice. You know, I've heard people tell me that just looking at my picture inspires them. When you find your voice, you've given others the permission to find theirs. Because a lot of people are still struggling.
That's the emboldening. Right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
And yes, Mush, you said we're all newcomers to Canada. I wanted to say something else, but I just had to build on this, and that's just what I'm going to talk about. We are all newcomers to Canada, and we struggle, especially coming from other parts of the world. You know, not knowing how to land and thrive and build connections. We left everything behind. And so being able to face that challenge head on and building ourselves up encourages not just us, it encourages our family, our children, and everybody else looking at us. And I cannot say, you know, Reverend Besson, I'm so happy and really excited that you thought about this because we need to help ourselves. We do need to help ourselves. I do want to mention a quote, though. This quote is by Rumi. You know, at times you always feel that the other person needs to change. And so Rumi said, yesterday I was clever. And so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise. I am changing myself. When we change ourselves, when we focus on ourselves, we become better. And every one of us, everybody around us can be better too. Thank you.
Okay,
Wonderful.
I feel like crying, actually.
That was beautiful.
I'm so sorry. I want to share. I feel like crying. I feel like crying. I think this show should awaken so many people.
Yes.
Because while we are all talking about the hero within you, it doesn't mean that you have to be a great person.
No.
Be the ordinary person that you are.
Yeah.
You can be a housewife today. Tomorrow you can become something that the world will look for.
Yes.
I remember when I came to Canada, I came with 4 kids. All right, I left everything because you have to make a decision at a point. Either both of you or someone run, then you take care of the kids. So when I came, I couldn't even go to school because my husband is, is back home. We have to share our stories. And then I have to take care of 4 kids. 4 kids running around school, all that. I couldn't even, by now I should have gotten my doctorate, but I remember when I was in my master's theology, and then my kids, they had injury, like concussion during the sports. I drop everything. So I become a home mommy, taking care of my kids. And I'm proud of it because my kids, God have really blessed them. You know, and then I remember people were even laughing at me, like, oh, can't your wife go and work and do nursing and do all that like any other person? But I was educated, but I choose to just spend that time with my kids.
Absolutely.
Then while I was doing that, I was running my ministry. I'm an entrepreneur. Like I had a grocery store, but I was building myself. I didn't just sit down. I did insurance, you know, I did real estate, but I don't have time to complete them because who will take care of my children?
You
Four
focused on
children.
what was important.
I have to choose.
Yes.
And I have to choose. But my mind, I'm building something within me.
And that's
Whenever I
what's
want
important.
to like go away, God said, no, this is what I want you to do. Everything will come together. I'm speaking to you out there. Maybe you think that, oh, look at this one. Oh, maybe they are this, they are that. It doesn't start that day. And today, by 2 days' time, on 16th of December, I'm going to be turning 20 years in Canada.
That's wonderful.
Looking back, we're talking about looking back now, who we have become. Yet, I have not. I did certificate studies. I did a diploma. I did my master's in theology. I have to focus in the area that was available for me. In my theology, I have to focus. Right? But I was juggling how many things together. So talking about that today, this is the platform at last where others can give up their voices. So what am I trying to say? Peradventure, now I can sleep in the office if I want because the kids are grown up and they can take care of themselves confidently, and I don't have anything to regret about it. They are doing very well. My first and second have graduated from the university. The third and the last one, they are in the university right now. What am I saying? I'm talking to women out there that think that, oh, maybe I am not able to do this yet. Your time is coming.
Yes,
Wait
yes.
for your time. There is something inside of you that you need to bet. You know, bet, don't give up. I refuse to give up.
Yes.
I was fighting. You know, I did everything, but today we are the heroine. So it's not about what you acquire, what you have achieved. What are you inside of you? What is that gift that God has given you? Bring it out and keep nurturing it.
Yes.
It will take you there. So thank you so much. I'm so glad for all the heroine that have spoken. You know, I believe that this will encourage somebody, and we have all come through long journey,
Yes,
experiences, tough time. You can't even imagine. You know, the times we cry, the times we laugh, you know, the times that things are not really working the way it should be, but we keep moving it. So what we say there is that everybody should start, you know, put your time. Don't give up. Don't look down at yourself. First of all, if you look yourself where God has placed you, no one can bring you down.
Yes.
That is true.
Amen.
So discovering the hero within us, I guess we have said a lot in that place. So I would say that each of us, what will you tell someone out there, women that is hungering, that feel like, oh, when am I going to be like you? How can you share any challenge that you have faced briefly, so that they will know that, look, for you to sit down here does not mean that you did not go through challenges. How do you walk through it?
I will speak a little bit on that. In 2017, February of 2017, I lost my mother-in-law. She passed away. And then 5 months later, same year, I lost my mom. So while I was grieving the loss of my mother-in-law, I was actually studying for my insurance license, and I had to stop studying because there's no way I was able to focus on that while helping out my family and, you know, my husband at the time, and visiting at the hospital, and then she passed away. Started studying again for my insurance license, but then my mom passed away 5 months later. So during that time, there's a lot that I had to give up. But even though I gave up certain things during that time, again, because of life circumstances, Does that mean that my dream or my goal for what I wanted later on I was never going to aspire to that? No, it just means that it was on hold during that time. While I went through this journey of healing with my family, giving them the strength and the support that they needed, as well as for myself, and then being able to pick up that journey later on. So I'm saying that to say that life is not a straight road. It's like a roller coaster. You have to take the ups and the downs together to get to where you need to be. And during that time is when you are being strengthened. During that time, it's like steel and iron. The steel in fire. It's strengthened. God is strengthening you for what is to come. So every challenge that we have in our life is strengthening us for the journey to come and where we need to be. So do not allow things to deter you from your goal. I'm sitting here, we're all sitting here looking fantastic in our dresses and our outfits. But again, as Reverend Blessing says, we've all came through a journey to be here. Yeah. Just do not take your eyes off of the goal and what God has in mind for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and for me, I'm going to take it to more of a physical. I always wanted to be a mom. But sadly, I just didn't have a healthy uterus. So with all of the different testings that you have to do and all the procedures and everything that they tried to do, and trust me, I was like an experiment. I was willing to do anything that, the doctors recommended. Very excruciating surgeries, like just a lot of pain and suffering because I just always wanted to be a mom. That didn't happen, and ultimately I ended up just having to have my uterus removed. And so dealing with the pain of that emotionally and physically, just, that reality that you're not going to have that experience of carrying, a child, and then having that struggle in your marriage and not being able to give that to your husband. And, I think we in the African culture can say that that's, one of the things that it's like you get married, you have children, and when you can't do that, it's like, whoa, that's a problem. And even in your dating life, when you're like getting involved with people, they're like, something's wrong with you if you don't have children. So I say all that to say is, you go through that, but then you realize you're a mom in other ways and to other kids, nieces, nephews. You can be a mentor to a child. You can adopt. So there are a lot of women out here that have suffered through things like this, and you feel inadequate as a woman because you were not able to put forth, which is one of the things that God creates women to do, right? So I say all that to say is you can still be a heroine, and I'm also linking that to what you said, Sister Blessing, when you said you made the sacrifice to just take care of your kids. That is still a heroine that takes care of their children and makes that sacrifice. And that's hard work. Being a mom is difficult. So I feel like that also makes you a heroine, and you can be a mom to other people. So for me, that was my struggle, but I still was able to find the mom within me for the community. And I do it through, like, as I said, reporting, being a journalist, being a PR specialist, being an accountant, all of the things that I do to make sure that women and people are made whole.
Thank you.
That's great. Yeah, sure. So I'll also share a little bit about my personal journey as well. And we all came as immigrants I started off with this. So back home, we were all doing very well. Like everybody was established, they had their own careers and doing very well. But when you move to a new country, you're starting all over again. You have no existence, it's an entry-level position for everything. So that's happened with me as well. So when I started my new journey here in Canada, it was, as we discussed, it was challenging, getting to know people, building your social network. So with my license, I took my license in real estate, as I told you, and I was meeting people. People had the dream of buying their first home. So I was fulfilling that dream, and it was such a great satisfaction getting a key to a home for someone who's new to Canada. So that was a great journey. But when I was talking to them, they were sharing the same experiences that they have left their family behind and back home, starting a new life, looking to celebrate their festivals, socializing, networking, but that part was missing. So I met a family and they said that she wanted to contribute to the family income, just sharing a small story. And she started a small boutique from her home. And she wanted to like go out and sell her services, products, whatever she had. And she was asking me if there's any event happening, please let us know so that we can promote our business. So I was thinking that instead of waiting for someone to organize an event, why not take it up on us? So, and that is how we started our first event. And the purpose was to help newcomers, women entrepreneurs, small business owners, newcomers to Canada to all get together and support each other. And that journey started in 2013, and last year we celebrated 10 years.
Wonderful.
So the purpose was to again support newcomers, women entrepreneurs, small business owners, and people think that, oh, it's been such a successful like 10 years. They don't know how we started off. We were not even sure when our first event was happening whether we'll have 10 people show up for the event. And luckily, because there was first event of this sort, we had over 100 guests at our first event. So that inspired us and motivated me to really start it and make it an annual event. And when we celebrated our 10th anniversary with over 800 guests, red carpet, all the mayor, MPs, member of parliament, ministers showing up and congratulating us, that was an achievement.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So the journey of a heroine is no easy.
No, it's not.
It's never so easy. But again, if you have that perseverance, that strength, you can always prove yourself.
Yeah. Absolutely. Again, seriously, I just thank you all for being so vulnerable. And I'm sure there's a young lady out there, a matured lady out there, somebody out there that needed to hear our story. So thank you all so for sharing. You know, when you were talking, you said never give up. I actually wrote it down. Never give up until it is over. It's not over until it is over.
That's right.
So I'll tell a short story. I'll tell a story of a 16-year-old girl. This 16-year-old girl finished high school at age 16. And, you know, she used to have it in her brain that she knows everything. Have you heard that before from any young girls? She believes she knows.
Teenagers think they know everything.
Yeah, and they always feel that their parents have never been teenagers before, right?
We're old and dumb. They know everything.
Yeah. So this girl felt she knew everything. By the time she was 28 was when she woke up and realized, wow,
I don't know anything.
I don't know anything. And by the time she was 28, you would think she would have finished university by then. No. She literally just entered college at 28 because that was when she woke up. You know, so she did her college. So at 28, she got her first college degree. After finishing high school at 16, she got it at 28. And she got her first degree at 35. But the point is, she never stopped. Because now that she realized fully that life is a lesson, irrespective of your age, she continued. At 49, she had her executive MBA.
Wonderful.
And that girl is me.
Oh, sis. That's right.
So what am I saying? You know, there's some girls that will think it's too late for me. It's not. It's not. The only person that can stop you is you.
Yes.
So don't stop yourself. And if you need help, talk to the Heroines.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, the Heroines. Viewers, we'll be going for a short break. See you soon. Hello viewers, welcome back to the Heroine Show. I believe that every one of you enjoy what is going on here on the table of the Heroine. And here we have wonderful heroines. We have spoken, said it. But something I want to tell each and every one of you. Being a heroine means embracing your authenticity, your reality, your true self. Using your voice to make positive impacts. Using your voice to edify, to amplify, to touch life. About being brave, being resilient, being determined. What do you want to do? What are your dreams, your passions? To create positive change in your community, your home, your village. Most of us came from village. Okay? Came from village. I'll tell you a story. I came from a very well-to-do family. I remember the governor of Rivers State, was a very close friend to my dad. We're doing very well. Living in a very big area, rich people environment, as people may say it. And I was the last born. Suddenly, I have my dreams, my passion. What a word. My dreams was to go to one of the best girls' school in my state. Suddenly, my dad lost everything. A man that is like this became like this. My siblings were all in big schools. We were the talk of the community and in our area. But suddenly, now I remember my dad, how he would have felt at that moment. Losing everything, going back to the village. When people will laugh at you. Me that was born, my story was that when I was born, that's why my name is Blessing. And a woman, Blessing in my language. So the kings, all the royals, they were all, my father bought the best car, best building at that time. But suddenly I find myself in the village. And I wept. Will I ever have the opportunity to go to the high school? So just to cut the story short. So being a heroine doesn't mean that you are born with silver spoon from the beginning. You can make your silver spoon. That's the change you are going to create. The mindset, what did you see? What do you want to build for yourself? Must your parent be the one to create it for you? Can't you do something about yourself and what God wants you to do? Even in the face of adversity, challenges, you can become a heroine or a hero that you desire. All right. So, but then, that's another story for another day. But today, I can say that God have helped me to build the things I saw in the spirit and bring it to the physical, to the spiritual, looking at it in a way that I can get it, I can eat it, I can feel it, I can look it. It's from the mindset. So I'm saying today that in case you're in that situation, maybe you're in the village. I can tell you that story another day. Being in the village, looking at, and I say, God, I don't belong here. What do I do? And then one of Joaquin promised to give me admission to go back to the school where I wanted, one of the highest secondary school. And then when they want to take advantage of you, and he said, no, instead, let me just go to that village and see that village. Now we are here on the table of heroine. So it doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter who you are, how the society reduced you, where you are when you come to Canada. You will still mount to the level, highest up that God wants you to be. So I want you to enjoy other heroines, say their own portion. And I will say stay focused, stay committed, and you will get there. So now I want Lady Abba, our Royal Highness, to tell us about her experience and what will she want to tell the viewers.
Thank you so much. Again, lots of insightful nuggets. It's not about who you are. It's not about where you've been. It's about you remaining focused, not giving up, like we said before. There's a quote that I wrote. I said, my imperfection makes me perfect. Be real. Be you. You are enough. I've met a lot of people that when they get to Canada, they forgot who they are as a person just because of the challenges. And I always tell them, the skills that you have, the experiences you have, the qualifications you have is what makes you, you. So don't forget it. Hold on to it. There's always going to be noise, right, left, and center. But what is your goal? Where do you see yourself? That is really what matters. And, talking about inspiration, seriously, I did a TEDx on this. My parents are my inspiration. I am royalty. I was born into royalty. And maybe that's why I suffer, because I was super spoiled. I didn't wake up until my father died. When he died was when I realized, oh my God, what have I done with myself? Wasted my years. But I guess God is taking me someplace. At times you got to go through certain things to know what you need to do. So I really, really do want to give a shout out to my parents. They're both late. My father always tells me there's nothing you cannot do. And my mother, the most hardworking woman I've ever seen in my life. Never a dull moment with her. Always leading with care in everything that she does. And I'm super, super grateful for what they've been able to do in my life and the woman I've become. So what do I want to tell somebody out there? I just want to say, don't give up. You are enough. It doesn't matter what anybody is saying around you. Remember, you are enough. Again, I said it before. You need encouragement? Join the show.
Okay, I want to call on Mokshi. Tell us.
Thank you, Blessing. You know what, I'll start with saying that as a woman, we wear multiple hats. We all know that. We are a mother, we are a wife, we are a career woman. We have so many hats that we wear, and we try to prove ourselves that we are the best. But sometimes we do go through different challenges. We do see failures. But then, as a strong woman, you can come back much stronger. And that's what makes you a heroine. I personally feel that it's not that everybody's life is easy bed of roses. There will always be challenges. I have my fair share of challenges too. But then, today, when I look back, I feel that I had a great journey. And I would like to inspire all the young women out there. You can do great. Only thing is, be persistent, be strong. I want to share with you guys that I feel so proud when I came to Canada. I landed in Brampton. And after a few years doing my services or my passion, following my passion, doing the work in the community, I was recognized by the city of Brampton with Citizen Award.
Wonderful.
So that was like a pat on the back. Because even though you're not looking for awards or these appreciations, but they still motivate you. And you feel great when somebody recognizes you for the work that you do. So keep working hard, follow your passion, and success will be with you always.
Yes.
Thank you. So Kim, tell us.
That is so fantastic to hear what you said, Mushi. It's important to us to be able to, as I said before, not just be a heroine in our own families, but also in the community. Because, we don't realize a lot of times how many people are watching us and looking at us and looking up to us. Because a lot of time, women gain strength by looking at other women and seeing the things that they've gone through. And by seeing what other women have been able to push through and persevere, it encourages, it empowers them on their journey as well to stay the course and be able to not give up and to be able to accomplish what it is that they're looking for. I think of my mom here in Canada as a single parent mom working 2-3 jobs to put my sister and I through school, and the sacrifices that she made. And at the time, as a young girl, I didn't think of it as a sacrifice. I just figured that's just her working to make sure she paid the bills. But later on, as I got older, I realized what a sacrifice it was, because that's all she did is just worked and sleep. She didn't go out. She didn't socialize. I mean, outside of going to church, she didn't do anything else with her life. And I realized what she gave up just so that my sister and I can be the people we are now and be women in the community that are examples and also heroine in our own way. So, you know, looking at that is what inspires me. That is what encourages me. That is what keeps me going every day when I face my own challenges myself from day to day. And that's what keeps me going forward. So again, experience, challenges, all these things is what makes us who we are and empowers us to move forward. So I'm just thankful that we have this opportunity here to share our experiences as women and to be able to share with you, the audience out there, so that way you can feel and know that there's nothing that is impossible by God's grace.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Emma Power.
Man, you ladies are just, your stories are so inspiring, each one of you. And you know, for me, I would say my biggest inspiration are my parents as well. I'm with my Royal Highness over here. I 100% agree. Like, my parents, what they always said to us was, don't let anybody make you feel like they are better than you. It doesn't matter how much money they have. It doesn't matter what the color of their skin is. You are just as good. Work hard. Never take no for an answer. Keep pushing through. And that's what I saw growing up. That's the environment I lived in. So whatever it is we wanted to do, my parents would always say, you can do it. And you know, here's how I can help. Even if it's, you know, you get your first job and I want to get a car. Or my father would say, okay, give me half your paycheck. And he would open up a bank account that I didn't know about and he would be matching it, you know. And then next thing you know, I turned 16, he's like, here you go, you can go get your own car, you know. So when you know, they teach you about hard work and just knowing that you can't expect things to be easy, because oftentimes it just isn't. Not everybody has the luxury of being born with a silver spoon in their mouths and everything is just handed to them. So I didn't come from that environment. I saw my father working 3 jobs just so all 7 of us, because there's 7 children, and then my parents, we're a family of 9, exactly. So you could imagine, and he didn't want us to be in daycare. And even though we didn't have a lot, we didn't know we didn't, just because of the way that they, you know, raised us up, right?
Totally
and
understand
they
that.
always said to us, you know, you're a representative of this family. So when you go out in the street, you have to conduct yourself a certain way. And, you know, they instilled confidence in us. So I say all that to say is, you just never give up. Don't take no for an answer. If they're closing a door on you, you go back and buy that building. Just work hard.
Absolutely.
Put in that work. It won't be easy, but I promise you it will pay off. Just keep pushing. Success is attainable to anybody. You just got to be willing to put in the work.
Thank you so much. So let me share the fact that people that inspires me, my parents built that value in us. My siblings and I came from a very well-grounded home. Discipline. They call my dad the most disciplinary man, you know, in our community. So having said that, that's already in the family. But what we live to become and how we use those principles to apply to our daily life goes a long way. So my sister is one of the seed my father put in each of our heart, even when my mom passed away. So we have always grown to see that we are strong people. When I was in school, my parents love. In fact, my friends, they're always jealous of having such a wonderful parent. Because my dad especially, my mother is a very hard worker that support my dad. That's exactly what I represent in my marriage. That she's a strong pillar. You know, while my father is up and doing. He reach out to you anywhere you are. I used to call him his unknowing father. It's like he knows everything. You'll be in school like this, he will just appear. So he's so scared of doing things. Omnipresent, like who knows everything like that? So you wake up, you ask you, what did you see? I say, see what? You saw something. Say it. And really you saw something, but you were like, how did this man know that you saw something? Things like that. So he's a father that cherish his children so much. And unfortunately we lost him just 2 years ago. So having said that, I have people that are very important in my life. My sisters, my brother, we have a very strong bond. At least in the midst of nothing, we have everything. And we too being very visible in our community. We are the people that brought blessing to our community. And having said that, talking about recognition, achievement, my name is a blessing, and my blessings are uncountable. There is nothing I've asked God that God has not given me. And talking about recognition, all those what you do is so numerous to mention. Award, oh my God, that's what makes us an heroine. Heroine within for what you are able to achieve, the impact you have made. I want to tell you one thing, that I have never worked in this country. I dedicated my life to community work. I don't eat salary like any of you. Yes, but where does the beauty come? Beauty comes from the heart.
Yes.
God multiply every little thing that you do. Why? Because of what you believe. So what am I saying? When you bless the world, everything in the world will bless you. It will not harm you. So I want to say that achievement, I'm very grateful for the gift of life, gift of marriage, gift of children, gift of material things and spiritual things. And if you don't know, I'm a woman called from God. I'm a reverend. I'm an evangelist. So I've traveled all over the world for evangelism and crusade missions, giving my life, my everything to the work that God have called me. So what am I saying? It doesn't matter where you are. What are you doing? Are you a farmer? Whatever you have it on your hands. God will use it to make it the heroine or hero that you should be. If you believe in yourself, first of all, identify it. And acknowledge the fact that there is your weakness, there is strength. Use your strength to work on your weakness and then hold on God in prayer. I tell you, you can do more than you can ever think or imagine. God bless you. So today, we're going to round up here. For the heroine has spoken a lot. So I will see you in the next episode. Watch out for the Heroine Show.
Yes. Don't forget to embrace the heroine and heroes in you.